All right. Nico, part 3. Update.
Yep.
Let's see. A lot has happened.
Yeah,
Since
over
the
the
last
past
time.
10 years, man.
The last 10 years, yeah.
It's definitely been a journey.
But last time we talked, you got reunited. Well, not last time we did the video, you were reunited with your daughter. Tell me about that. How did that go?
I mean, man, it was really special. I mean, I really missed my kid, both of them, both of my daughters. But I mean, I was fortunate enough to have her actually like see the excerpt that you filmed on me last time, and then she called you and you helped her find me, and I'm because of that now, you know what I mean? Like, I'm about to be a grandpa. You know?
Oh, really?
And so I mean, it's everything is going great, man.
So you guys have kept in contact?
Yeah.
At least
yeah.
with one of your daughters.
Yeah.
Remind me her name.
Maylin. Maylin. Yep.
And she's gonna have a child?
Yep. Well, she had the baby already in July.
You are a grandpa.
I am a grandpa.
Congratulations
officially.
on getting old, Grandpa Nico.
Yes. Thank you. We hope in a couple more years, I'll be like an old man. So.
Have you met this little baby?
No, I haven't met her yet. I haven't met her yet because I mean she was due like at the end of August. So you know what I mean. She just had her.
Oh
not too long
yeah.
ago, so
Right on.
I mean I'm pretty sure everything went fine. You know what I mean, and stuff.
So when we talked over there, and you eventually made it into a tiny home.
Yep.
In was like Southgate.
Yeah, well, it's like what in White Center, I think
Center,
it is.
that's
White
right,
Center,
right.
West Seattle area,
Yeah.
up on Myers Way up there, and I was up there for like a year and a half.
Yeah, we had lunch one day.
Yep, and everything went. I mean, I made it all the way up until the point where they actually go to get you an apartment. You know what I mean, and they hired a manager and brought her in, and she kind of didn't like me a little bit, and so the first time I did something that was like remotely out of whack, you know what I mean, she kicked my ass out of there. Pew!
You were gone.
Yep, and here I am again. So
once you get kicked out of a tiny home, you're just back on the streets.
Yeah, well, yeah, but I mean they have like an appeals process and stuff,
Okay.
and you have to like file this paperwork with Lehigh and all this stuff, and so I just got done doing that not too long ago because they tried to give me another placement at another tiny home village because I mean they're all over Seattle, so you know what I mean. So I got the appeal filed and I'm waiting on the answer to come back now to find out whether or not I get to get off the streets again. So
to get into another tiny home.
Yeah.
Which tiny homes are transitional.
Yeah.
know.
I mean it's there. It's supposed to. The organization, at least anyway, kind of deals primarily with like prisoners and stuff, people that are coming straight out of prison and they can't be housed anywhere, and so Lehigh usually handles that. And so those are the people that primarily go into the tiny homes, you know what I mean? I don't really have any of those issues, but like still the same. I mean, I still am, how would you say, program worthy, I guess. You know what I mean? So they still allow me to go stay there and stuff, and I'm still allowed to engage in the services. So
Yeah, you're not like permanently banned or anything from tiny homes. Gotcha.
No.
Yeah, you just got to go through the appeal process, like what you're doing.
Go through the appeals process, go sit another year or so, you know what I mean? And because it takes them like 3 months to get you your documents and all that stuff.
But during that time, like, you're living on the streets, which is not easy.
Yeah, well, it's definitely not easy. I mean, it's still the same difficulties and problems that you would face, as being a homeless person, out here on the streets. Like you still incur all the risk. You're still under police supervision, because they come out here every day. And come and survey everything and look at everything and make sure that we're not blocking the sidewalk off, stuff like that. And they can make us move at any given time. So, like we counted it up, and it's like we have to move every 3 days, like for like 3 weeks out of every month. So,
yeah, they are just really cracking down. Like I just went to some camps that I was going to go talk to some people. They're gone.
Yeah.
and they are really.
Yeah, they're gone. They're not allowing us to like really stay in an area, you know, and like be able, because I mean that's really the roughest part of this whole thing is you know, you have to have a case manager that's working on your behalf to try and get you housed somewhere. And you know, you have to stay in contact with them, which means you have to either keep a phone or you got to stay in the same place where they know where to find you at, you know. And that's not the easiest thing to do, either one of those. So
yeah,
you know, it's cumbersome to say the least, man.
Yeah.
Yep. But I mean, I'm still doing it the best way that I can, you know, and making sure that, you know, I don't get in trouble or nothing, you know, and just try and keep my head above water, man. You know, doing the least in a situation where you kind of need to do the most in order to get out of it, you know. So.
And tell me why you came back to Ballard. How come?
Well, because I mean, this is the place where I've been the longest, you know. Like I've been here in Ballard for at least like 7 years now.
Okay.
You know. Yeah. And I mean, it was in like what, 2018. You know what I mean? Like after the COVID thing and everything started to open back up, you know. And
well, COVID happened in 2020, so.
Oh yeah.
About 2020, maybe 20 at the end of 21, 22, things started to creep open.
Yeah. Damn. I'm like backwards in my time scale, huh?
It's okay.
But I mean, it's like I know the most people here.
Yeah.
Here in the neighborhood.
Your community's here.
Yeah, and so I mean, this is where I got my roots at, I guess you could say, so to speak. You know, even though I've been here in Seattle for 20 plus years, you know, in Washington rather for 20 plus years now, you know, but I mean, you know, I talked to my mom not too long ago too, and she told me, you know, whenever you're ready, all you got to do is call me and I'll send you a ticket to come home, you
Chicago,
know.
She's Chicago, right?
Yep.
And you have a brother.
Yep, both of my brothers are, well, one of my brothers is in Atlanta. What's up, Dre? You know what I'm saying? I hope you get to see this, man. And my brother Jason is back in the go in Chicago. So, yeah, I got two brothers and my mom and everybody. Everybody is really back in Chicago, you know.
So they're like, anytime you want to come back, come back. And so tell me why you don't take up that offer.
Well, I mean, you know, I'm grown, man. You know, and I got two younger brothers, you know, and so I just kind of, you know, like stay out of it, you know what I mean, and let my mom deal with them, you know what I mean, because they need her more than I do, you know what I mean, and like, you know, it's kind of like a misnomer, you know, like it's failure kind of to me. That's what it seems like, you know, to have to call home and have my mom send me a ticket to go home, you know. And so, you know, that's the reason why I don't.
Would you call that like shame?
Yeah, well, I mean, for a man, you know what I mean. Like I mean, I'm supposed to be able to take care of myself, you know what I mean, and not have to depend on my mom, you know what I mean, to send me money and all this other stuff, you know what I mean. Like I'm a hustler, you know what I mean. So I get out here every day, you know what I mean, and go get something done, you know what I'm saying, and put some money in my pocket, you know what I mean, keep some food in the house or something, you know what I mean, and buy some clothes, buy a new fit every day, you know what I mean. Like it's expensive being out here, you know what I mean, and everything in the world costs money, you know. So
I mean, it's expensive for me. It is. Seattle is expensive.
Hell yeah, I bet.
And it's so interesting.
Well, you know, we got the highest minimum wage in the country now, right? But that also means that we have one of the highest costs of living. Like it's the third for a city this size.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like it is exorbitantly expensive to live here.
It's crazy.
That's crazy, man. I mean, you have to make 3 times the amount of the rent in order to qualify for an apartment.
Yeah.
You know? I mean, 3 times the rent, and you can't find a studio apartment for less than like $1,000, $1,200. You know what I mean?
Oh, not even close. Probably like $2,000.
Yeah. Yeah, that's if you don't want to live in a Cracker Jack box, is somewhere in Bellevue, stuffed in a mountainside, and
Yeah, if you want to stay in Seattle, then
yeah.
it is pricey, man.
I mean, this is where it's at, man. You know what I mean? Ain't nobody doing it like we're doing it all over the country, man.
Yeah,
You know?
yeah.
I mean, it's true. People make a lot of money here, but they say, or they're starting to say, that if you can't make it in Seattle, you can't make it nowhere. Because of all these things that they have out here for just homeless people.
What do you mean?
Well, I mean, there's a lot of programs and services and stuff that you can enroll in, where you just have to basically kind of let the time go by, you know what I mean, and get reacclimated to being inside, and because it's a different thing, from being out here where you don't have any rules, to living in somewhere where you have someone who basically oversees, your every move still, and you're accountable to their rules. You know what I mean?
And the tiny home was like that.
Yeah.
And tell me about, you went from, like you said, freedom to rules, and the rules are in the tiny home are what do you say, you have to check in every 3 days or something?
It's like you're supposed to come and sign in every day.
Okay.
But the longest that you can be gone without signing in or without talking to anybody or without calling is 3 days. You know what I mean? And I wasn't gone for 3 days. You know what I mean? Because they do these inspections on all the units twice a month, I think it is. And the staff never goes in your room or anything like that, and so you just have to be there for the inspection. And so for some reason, my room number, our page was missing off the sign-in sheet. And so everybody that didn't have an excused absence for that day, they kicked them out. They kicked us all out. You know what I mean? They kicked out like 4 rooms all in one day.
Oh, wow.
You know what I mean? Because the organization makes their money off of the number of people that come through there, So if you've been there for a while, you know what I mean, it's not exactly conducive to the mission statement and the overall scope of, what the organization is trying to do for you in housing you, And so I guess, the staff, I had a new case manager, so she was kind of, it took her a little while to do anything, you know what I mean? And so that correlated into a year plus, in a situation where ideally they say they only want you there for 90 days.
Oh.
So after 90 days, you go from being under their care to under the microscope, and
And are you supposed to be doing something into that 90 days, or
that's kind of the thing. They don't really tell you, that in order for you to be successful in a program like that, you kind of have to do the footwork on your own,
right.
Right. And then you find a place that fits into the because they give you an income scale.
Okay.
Right? And you're supposed to find an apartment that fits into the income scale,
mm-hmm.
and then you go get the paperwork from the place, the rental application and all that stuff, and you fill it out, and you go pay the fee. They give you the money to pay for the fee and stuff, but you're supposed to do all that stuff on your own, but they don't really tell you that, I mean, they just at a given point in time, they just kind of let you sit there and see if you figure it out, and the people that figure it out are the ones that end up getting housed down the line.
Do you think that it is lack of employment? There's just too many?
Well, I mean, they don't encourage you to get back on your feet and start working. Actually, what they tell you is they tell you that they try and get you on welfare, because I guess they have ABD or something like that, and that's supposed to be the subheading for people that are homeless, and they give you $450 a month or something like that, and a couple $100 in food stamps or something. and that's basically it. You know what I mean? So that's what their focus is. You know, is getting you enrolled in that, not really getting you back to work, or encouraging you to get employment. Or telling you, we'll give you a voucher so you can go and get clothes for yourself, and work clothes and shoes and all that stuff. They don't, you know what I mean? Like, it's not like that, so.
Well, I guess what I'm asking is, like, do you feel like they are understaffed?
Maybe, because, I know like I said, the case manager that I had, she was new, but she came to work for them through, like, a temp agency, So she wasn't like a certified, case manager or anything like that, and stuff. So she just did the least possible, you know what I mean? And so I don't know. I imagine she's still there, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
but you know what I mean? Like I had to get the right train of thought from another person that worked there, that's worked for the organization a long time. And by the time she started to help me is right around the time I got kicked out.
Yeah.
Yep.
And so now the plan is just that appeal process, and
yep, it's basically like, just get through my days and go through the appeals process and see how it all works out, and then go from there.
Yeah.
But I mean, me personally, I'm of the ilk, like, I want to work. You know what I mean? Like, because there ain't nothing like a paycheck.
Yeah. Yeah, it's you want to work for a paycheck. My guess is, it sounds like you're already working hard to just make it through the day.
Yeah.
And hustle, like you were
pretty
saying.
Much.
So
pretty much, man. And so I'm like keeping in contact with the case manager that I have at the Reach office downtown. And she's like looking around for possible opportunities for me, you know what I mean? And she's like the best advocate I got, you know? So that's kind of where I'm at with it,
Right on. Before we wrap up, Nico, again, the question I like to ask is there anything you want the people of Seattle to know?
Man, just, that like, I hope that, I hope that people keep an honest, open mind and open heart, when the opportunity comes their way to weigh in about, this whole homelessness crisis thing. And I mean, like, we've been out here, this whole thing has been going on for like 20 years now. Like like all of the research reports that you read, are all based from 2005, even though the state and the city and everybody is doing everything that they can, like, I think this is going to take a unified effort in order for the problem to actually be alleviated, which is not having anybody on the streets homeless, living in their neighborhoods, because apparently it affects the property value, of the neighborhoods and stuff, or at least that's what people say.
Well, I will correct you a little bit and say this is our neighborhood, like you and me. Like, we live in this neighborhood together.
Yep.
This isn't mine.
Right.
And exclusive, like you, like you're here.
Of course, yeah.
And we're neighbors.
Right. And so that's one of the reasons why I stayed here, was because like I said, man, like, I've been in Washington for 20 plus years now. But I've been here in Ballard the longest, besides when I lived up in Snohomish County, And so, I mean, I just hope that everybody keeps an open mind and an open heart, man. You know what I mean? And when it comes time for you to weigh in about this whole thing as a taxpayer, a homeowner, all that stuff, man, like, just remember, man, that there's a lot of good people that are stuck out here, and that, none of us want to be here. And we're trying to get back into life, back into the world, And so I hope y'all open the door, man.
Yeah, you use the word stuck. I do see that, like, just people are stuck.
Yeah, hell
and just stuck in whatever they're in, coping with however they're coping.
Yep.
And when we're stuck, if I'm stuck in something, I need help.
Yeah.
And I need other people's help.
And I mean, there's a lot of it seems like ever since COVID, you know, that there's been a lot of epidemics that we've been exposed to, you know, and so now people have mental health disorders from long-term exposure to being out here, you know. People have physical problems, health problems and stuff. You know, a lot of people out here suffer from MRSA and staph infections and cellulitis and all this kind of stuff, you know, because it's not clean out here. You know what I mean? Like, it's not sanitary to be out here, you know, yet there's still people living their lives out here, you know, and we don't have adequate services to take care of your hygiene, you know, and stuff like that, man. So it's just a big undertaking every day just to be not seen, you know. And I mean, and that's it's a difficult thing to be in a situation where, like, in order for you to get any help, you need to be kind of forgotten about, you know. I mean, that would be difficult for anybody to make it in, you know.
Yeah. Thanks for your time, man.
No problem.
It's good to hear your voice.
I always love messing with you. Every time you come through, man.
Good to see you.
Yep. Good to see you, bro.
Yeah. Good
Thank
to see
you.
you. Yeah, you're welcome.
Yep.